This is Adam Calaway with Cattle Chat Corner at NCBA. I'm here with Dr. Dan Thomson. Dr. Thomson, why don't you tell me a little bit about where you're from and what organization you're with?
Be glad to. I'm from Kansas State University's College of Veterinary Medicine, and I'm the director of the Beef Cattle Institute there, which we focus on kind of a three-pronged approach to beef cattle production, and that's healthy cattle, healthy people, healthy planet, food safety, animal welfare, and environmental stewardship.
Well, tell me, we're here at NCBA, we're talking a lot about the challenges facing agriculture. What are some of the primary challenges in your mind?
Well, some of the big ones are, being able to find financing and be able to have credit to be able to move forward with our operations. The drought is certainly a very pressing issue that we're seeing today, but some of the issues that we see, people trying to take antibiotics away from our use in the industry, animal welfare, food safety, environmental stewardship, metabolic modifiers using steroids in beef. A lot of different people attacking our industry on a day-to-day basis, whether it's in town hall or on Capitol Hill or on social media.
Let's start, we're going to talk about animal welfare, but let's start with the antibiotics for a second. And why don't you clarify the antibiotics issue?
Well, the big thing about antibiotics is that we have groups of people out there that think they have, well, let me back up. There's a group of people out there that are trying to take antibiotics away from cattle producers within the industry, and it's unfounded on science. And so when we start to think about these issues, we aren't afraid to sit down at the table and have the right discussions about antibiotic residues. We always need to follow beef quality assurance and prevent residues in the beef. Everybody understands that. Matter of fact, when we look at the safety of beef, FSIS put out a report in 2010 that showed that 99.85% of product was antibiotic free. We're doing a tremendous job. If I had that kind of grade in the class, I probably wouldn't study too much harder. The other thing but we're seeing is these groups, their unintended or their overarching mission is to abolish animal agriculture. It's not just to get rid of antibiotics. It's not just to improve animal welfare or these different groups. They all have the same type of, they don't want us to eat meat. And so when we start to think about this, we want to make sure that people that are attacking us on these issues are doing it for the right reason, with the right science, and getting the right people at the table.
One of the issues that we do get attacked on is animal welfare. So can you sort of break down the issues and the different segments of animal welfare and sort of, correct some of those misnomers?
Yeah, animal rights groups use animal abuse incidents to drive animal welfare legislation. So I had three different terms in there. Animal rights is the belief that you think that animals have the same rights as humans, which we all know is not true, but there are people out there that have that belief. Now, when we abuse an animal or we have an animal that gets abused, animal abuse is an intentional mistreatment of an animal, and nobody within the beef industry is for that, okay? So then I get to animal welfare, which these groups try to use animal welfare, animal abuse, and animal rights interchangeably, but animal welfare is doing the chores. It's not checking a box. Animal welfare is preventative medicine. It's feed, water, shelter. It's the things we do on a day-to-day basis to tend to our livestock. We can measure it through average daily gain, feed efficiency, conception rates, body condition scores, all of these different things. Animal welfare, nobody cares more about animal welfare than the people who have decided to spend their lives living and tending to those livestock.
We talk a lot about the misperceptions that maybe the general public has. Is there a particular, if you had a moment that you could say one thing to all the general public and give them one piece of real information, what would you say to them?
Well, I'd say come out and walk a mile in our shoes. Nobody can understand the intricacies, the heritage, the tradition of raising a safe, wholesome, nutritious food supply. We do it day to day. And man cannot exist without food. And I'm so proud to be a part of an industry that continuously just tries to improve on a day-to-day basis, even though we're doing such a tremendous job.
Well, Dr. Dan Thomson, thank you for stopping by Cattle Chat Corner.